This really is one of those beautiful novels that I feel has to be experienced by anyone, and I feel like anyone reading it will find something that touches them personally. Welcome to my review of The World at My Feet by Catherine Isaac. Welcome back, or if you are new here, welcome. My name is Katrina and I make bookish content here on this channel at least twice a week, and then movie reviews here at the weekend. In the description box you will find all of my social links, including my blog and my Goodreads, where I do have a full written review of this book. If that is more your thing, it will be linked below. And I have spoken about Catherine Isaac here on this channel previously. I reviewed one of her previous novels, and I also have an event vlog where she talks about her writing process, so I will leave that linked up above, and then the link to my previous review of her previous book I will link in the description box. I'll probably put it up above as well, but in case you are now on the Catherine Isaac train, because today we are going to be talking about The World at My Feet. This is the beautiful UK cover. It's also been released in, I want to say, Australia, and it has a kind of bluey cover, but I really love this red cover. Catherine Isaac's covers have been like gorgeous primary colors. That we've had the kind of yellowy color of her previous one, and then this one is this gorgeous red with the flowers, and the flowers and the garden are definitely relevant to the story itself as well, which I love. I like when you get a little clue to what's going on in the book. So this book follows two different timelines and two different people. So we have 1990, Harriet's a journalist. Her job is to take her to dangerous places where she asks questions and tries to make a difference. But when she is sent to Romania, to the state orphanages the world is only just learning about, she is forced to rethink her most important rule. 2018, Ellie is a gardener. Her garden is her sanctuary, her pride and her joy, but though she spends long days outdoors, she hasn't set foot beyond her gate in far too long. Now someone enters her life who could finally be the reason that she needs to overcome her fears. From post-revolution Romania to the idyllic English countryside, The World at My Feet is a story of two women, two worlds, and a journey of self-discovery that spans a lifetime. I love the fact that we get both of these women and we get these two different timelines. I will say, if you're thinking it's going to be an equal of both, we definitely get a little bit more of Ellie than we do of Harriet, although we do get some of Harriet's story in Ellie's story too. So no spoilers, spoiler-free review. Even though this book is so hard to talk about without giving you any spoilers, I knew once I just started this book that I wanted to make a standalone review for you here, because it really is a special book. And one of the reasons that this book is so special is that it deals with some mental health issues really well. And you know, from when I talk about books in my wrap-ups and things like that, if a book deals with mental health issues, I'm always like, did it do it well? Did it not? And this book, it is just part of the storyline. It is just a matter-of-fact thing. It's not like, oh, this book is an issues-based book. It's just like, yes, we're dealing with this and this is how it is. And I think it deals with that really well, because it's not like, oh, this is the be-all and end-all of everyone's life and every day looks the same. It's like, well, no. This day looks completely different to this day. This day is so much harder than this day, and even though things might be getting better, a relapse could be just around the corner. And I think that that is something that so many fiction books in particular don't do very well. And yet it's not like this is all that this book's about. We've got Ellie and we've got her garden, and Ellie is an influencer. Another thing on my like tick list of things that make a perfect book for me. Ellie is an influencer, and so we have a little bit of mixed media in this book, in that we have Ellie's chapters, but we also have Ellie's Instagram posts throughout the book. And so we see the description that she uses in her Instagram posts and the hashtags that she uses in her Instagram posts, and then we get some replies as well, and we see her taking time to reply to things. We see her taking all day just to get the one photo, or sort of going, okay, it's a really sunny day today, so we'll set up for this photo. And we see the fact that she has a kind of like backlog of photos when she's not able to post that day because it's super rainy for some reason, or and I love that. I love the fact that we accurately see an influencer, and we see the fact that Ellie can make money from her career without having to leave her garden, which is amazing. So well done to Catherine Isaac for taking that risk of showing an influencer making money and enough money to live. There is also a very cute dog in Ellie's life, so if dogs in books is your thing, this will be one for you. I like the fact that we jump about time-wise, because you're reading a book and you're in one timeline and you're just getting to a point, and then we switch to another timeline, and then you just get to a point in that timeline, and then we switch back again. And so I did read this entire thing over the course of a weekend. You will be able to see me reading this. I did vlog the process. That vlog will hopefully be with you next week, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on that one. But yeah, I did read this over the course of a weekend. I did it as buddy read, so I was able to gasp back and forth with the lovely Hayley, who we talked about reading all of Christina Lauren's books. I will leave that video linked up above. But yes, we were gasping back and forth and leaving each other voice memos when the other was asleep, since we are in two completely different time zones. Yes, when you go into a Catherine Isaac novel, you do kind of know, picking it up, that it is going to be a very, cliche to say, but emotional roller coaster. And this one was no exception. There were definitely some gasp moments. There were definitely some real heartfelt, emotional moments for both Ellie and Harriet. But there were some moments that were really funny, and some really heartwarming moments, and some true to life moments as well. And there is also a little touch of romance, and that romance comes out of the romance that we experience in the 21st century. So often romances, even in books written today, come from much more kind of traditional boy meets girl in the 90s kind of thing. This romance comes out of what romance comes out of today, especially today in this world where we kind of can't see each other as well. And so I really, really loved that. But I feel like there are some excellent supporting characters in this book that kind of really help to provide some, not a break from, but obviously Harriet and Ellie's stories are both very, very intense and very emotional, and you do begin to feel a little bit I'm a little bit wrung out here. And then we have Oscar, we have Lucy, and we have Jamie. I'm not going to say any spoilers about how they fit in, but they are the characters who have kind of stuck in my mind since reading the book, and they are excellent supporting characters, and provide some of those other emotions that we have, some humor and some romance, and some just a little bit of a break from the intensity of Ellie and Harriet's story. But yes, I feel like this is it's not a romance, it's not literary fiction, it's a rom-com that is very true to life. It kind of straddles many different genres. It's definitely uplit, and because we have Harriet's story and Ellie's story, it's just also cross-generational, and so it really does tick a lot of the boxes. So I think that this is definitely something that you have to experience. Obviously it will be linked below if you want to order your copy, because I think that everybody will take something that is personal to them from this book, because there's so many different aspects and so many different levels. And obviously, as always, Catherine Isaac's writing is beautiful, and the flowers that we have on the cover are, of course, wonderfully described. I enjoyed spending time in Ellie's garden with her, and I would love to see her Instagram feed. I would love to, and that's me that's not a massive fan of being outside a whole lot too. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the description box below, what's a book that you feel like everyone has to experience because they will take something that is personal to them from it. I'm intrigued to get some more recommendations, because I think that this book has so many levels, it can appeal to so many people. people. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and make sure you are subscribed so that that vlog, as I mentioned before, lands in your subscription feed, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on future bookish content. But yes, I will be back with another movie review for you very soon and more bookish content next week. So I will see you then. Thanks for watching.